Sing. Get on board with Ian Otieno for a dose of automobile scene on Look Up TV. If you want to have a proper outlook of the economy, then you have to speak to the wheels and gears of the integral businesses in the country.
And I want to be able to make the youths and everybody coming up in Kenya know that this is here locally.
Men and women in the thick of the bust of markets rising and falling, fighting to make their business decisions stick.
I've always lived in my career that I can never be late.
You need to train by yourself. You need to practice by yourself. Then from there you can compose yourself and give kind of services like this.
On season 2 of the Captain's Arena, we seek the inside of the minds, predict the shift in the markets, get inspiration to start and make sense of it all.
Just watch what everybody else is doing and just make sure you're giving back to the society.
Oof. This is the Captain's Arena.
Kipindi ni ukulima ni mali na manjoro. Kumbuka hapa ndipo unajifunza mambo mengi kuhusu ukulima. Kilimo ni uti wa mgongo wa nchi, na ukiwa na njoro unajifunza. Kumbuka, angalia mwenyewe. Tunakuambia ukitaka kujua tips za ukulima, ungana na sisi kwenye Look Up TV. Every Sunday unatukuta pale saa 10, tunakuonesha kuhusu ukulima. Ukulima wa mimea, ukulima wa ng'ombe, ukulima wa kuku, ukulima wa mbuzi na yote ambayo yanahusiana na ukulima. Kumbuka nini? Kipindi ni ukulima ni mali.
People are there to belittle you. When people are questioning you,
if you don't move fast, of course, yes, you lose it, but then it's not us to push you.
But you do not know the God who has been molding me. What has he been doing to me?
The deep and mature conversations of empowerment for you with a curious mind and an appetite for oriented conversations.
I concur with what you're saying. You plan your finances, you can easily live without a debt.
An engaging safe space of free expression and truthfulness with an upheld vibrance, motivation and happiness.
So many children who are there, they are not living their dreams.
Join us for deep conversations with Zipporah Gashushe every Saturday from 8 p.m. The Deeper Conversations on Look Up TV.
Welcome back. Mc Mwokovu, of course, was narrating to us how he began the gospel ministry, and of course we are embracing the fact that this is just but an inspiration within. So if you're tuning in for the first time, I'm told we are live on Look Up TV Digital. So go there, watch of course this conversation, and of course we'll be having the betterment of the enlightenment on this engagement. So you told us about the Kilifi area, you told us about you encountering this moment, and of course you told us about now the initiation part of becoming a gospel minister. There was a drive. So what was it?
When I was growing up, I came to learn my mom used to be a worshipper.
Amazing. Amazing.
And she wrote a lot of songs, but she didn't manage to record. And then I had this thing, yes, mimi ni muoga, but I want to do something that my mom didn't do. I want to at least write my songs and also go to the studio and also be seen kwa TV like today. And after all, I remember there's a time I really wanted to join praise and worship.
Amazing.
Back in, I think, 2010 or 2009. And then there's this woman, she really discouraged me. When I joined the praise and worship, I think the first or the second time, she told me, unajua keyboard ikiletwa hapa, from the first key mpaka the last key, manze hakuna mahali unapatikana. And I was like, wow.
Discord.
Hakuna mahali key yangu inapatikana from. That thing really discouraged me for around close to 5 years. I was really discouraged. And I felt it's okay, I can also play football. I was playing football and handball. I said maybe this football and handball things will take me where I wanted to go. And then I decided, let me move with it. Then after some times I met some guys, they were singing Kikuyu back in Lamu County, and I wanted to join this Wakorino. I wanted to join Wakorino. I said maybe this Wakorino, they don't have whatever this woman told me. Manake wanaimba na kale kadarama, ile angozi.
Yep.
And I said, okay, let me join this team. And I did it for, I think, 3 or 4 months. And I felt now, this is not my line. This is not my line. I need to do something else. And then when I came to Thika, I remember I came to Thika back in 2015. That's when I joined college. And one day I happened to be in Breakthrough Tabernacle. Today is JCC.
Amazing.
I happened to be there. It was Tibbs College Kesha. I loved Kesha that time. Hata leo. Hata leo napenda sana. Sasa when I was there, nikiwa huko nyuma na uoga yangu, I sang very well, and then somebody recognized my voice nikiwa huko nyuma, and then after service he told me, my friend, you can sing. Are you a worshiper? I told him, no, I don't sing. But I heard your voice. You have a very sweet voice. You can do it. I said, fine. Let's go. That's where I started my journey again.
Kesha.
So 2015, that's where I started. I became one of the vocalists. Then from there, I became one of the best tenor. And then I felt, okay, this is my thing. Let me go with it. Nika join bands, nikaimba na bands kadhaa hapo. And back in 2019, November, I recorded my first song.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Yes. And then my journey ya kurekodi ikaanza hivyo. Yes.
All right. Would you perhaps remember the song that you sang that year, 2015? And ikavutia wengi na ukaanza ministry.
2015. I think it was a Swahili song, a worship song actually. Hakuna Mungu kama wewe, hakuna popote, si kwa majeshi wala silaha, ni kwa Roho Mtakatifu. Nguvu za giza zimeshindwa kwa jina la Bwana Yesu. So that was the song.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. I want to understand the integration. Of course, you were told that your bars are not on the keyboard, and later on someone tells you in the midnight that is a lovely voice, that you can embrace this. How did you have that engagement and you feel like, yeah, hata kama anasema na there's something that was told, and I shifted completely towards that. So embracing that there's a new change, there's this thing. Let me try. How's life back then?
Actually, to me, it felt like it was just a comedy. Acha tu aongee alafu imtoke. But something came back in my mind. I said I want to do this, and my mom could do it even without going to studio. Why not me?
Really?
And I took some time to think about it, and I decided, why not? Let me give it a try, because now I'm not in the same county I was, but back then when I was trying to join praise and worship. And then I said, let me try. Maybe This time around niko lucky. But I was really shaking by that time because my mind already, it was not there, but I was trying to force myself back to it. But I came to love it. I came to understand, wow, this is my lifestyle.
Indeed.
Yes.
What made you feel like you loved it?
Okay, even before I joined that Kesha, I was not to go to that Kesha. I was passing by.
Right.
I was going to my hostel actually. And then I felt, these people are singing so well. I think I should join them.
Did?
Then I joined. Then from there, I felt, so I can also sing like these people. They are not unique. They are not from heaven. We are all born by women. Okay, we can also do. And then I felt, let me do it.
Let me try.
Yes.
So I believe that was a special call.
Actually.
Because ungeenda hostel, ungepata hii ministry.
Remember, the people who call me Danko, we used to be 3 friends. Dan. Danko, Dante, and Dan. Duncan, Danson, and Daniel. We used to be friends. So we were working together. Actually, that time, tumetoka watch ball, section 9, Thika. And then tukasema, let's go and eat and maybe to mingle na hawa watu tujue ni aje. And then I told them, no, I'm feeling like joining church. This Kesha is amazing. I should be here. They were really arguing with me. No, we should be going to hostel. Hata kuna game baadaye. But I felt a conviction. I am supposed to be. And then I allowed them to go because they could not join like I felt. So I joined. And then I felt, this is a unique thing I'm feeling. I've tried, okay, I am raised by Christian parents. If I can remember when I was young, my mom used to be my Sunday school teacher. My dad used to be secretary of church. So if I'm not in Sunday school, I'm in church. Na nikikosa both, kiboko. You remember tuki. So kiboko, by all means, ningekuwa church ama niko kwa Sunday school. So that thing, hata kama sikuwa tu napenda tu, but inabidi tu napenda juu sina otherwise. We are only 3 of us kwetu. So lazima, whether we like it or not, lazima tu tungeenda to church. And then I love how mom used to teach us about it, and it was amazing. And I felt as much as I want to sing bongo and love music, actually I remember back in Form 2, I recorded a song. I was in love. I was in love. I was trying to love. Na woga yangu, but there's this lady, ameni chess kutoka class 6.
Chest.
Manze. Juu, I didn't know how to katia sasa, and then she was there looking, akiniletea mavitu. She used to be called Rukia. Muislamu, don't. And then when I went to Form 2, I felt niko attached to this lady. What do I do? And then the crowd yenye nilikuwa na move nayo pia nao wako kwa music. And then I did a song, Rukia, so najua nakupenda Rukia, so najua siwezi kuacha Rukia, usirukie mwingine Rukia. So I did that song in Kilifi. And one of my uncle told me, ukileta hiyo nyimbo kwetu, I will deal with you. So I remember I gave out that song to a friend. And that's how I forgot about Rukia and bongo music and love music. Yes.
And just because of the true gospel that you wanted to initiate.
My uncle told me, we raised you, we are pastors, that is not your line. Yes.
Wacha mchezo.
Wewe, hiyo si njia yako. You need to come back to your line.
Alright.
And then I am this guy mwenye, I still love football, but not like before. I loved football to a point on a Sunday morning, niko tournament, na nafaa kuwa
ibada.
Kwa ibada.
All right. I'm trying to understand, of course, the perspective that you had, this thought, this mind, and there is something speaking in your mind, and you had to choose to make a decision, a firm decision that all along your life was, your upbringing was somehow religious. Then now these friends, of course, your Dante things, they were there, they're in that space, but you had to make a decision. And this now brings us to the conversation on the inspiration within. The fact that we need to come to this ministry, that there is a decision making that must apply, and you did that. So with the transformation of all the things that you've been doing before, and now you want to elevate to a greater glory in your ministry. So the attachment begins there. You began ministry to the fullest.
Yes.
What is this one thing that spoke to your mind all along, that this decision I'm making, in decision ambayo nitatembea nayo hadi tamati? What is that intent thing that was speaking in your mind at that time?
I've come to learn there is God. And as much as we want to ignore that there is God, I've tested and I've seen there is God.
Amazing.
There are several times I've been involved in an accident, been poisoned, but still bado niko strong. Kwa hiyo situation ya poison, kitu ina happen mpaka nimesha kula, nisha poisoniwa everything, but still God ananieka. And then this thing inanisumbua akili yangu. God, what do you want with me? That's a question I kept on asking God.
Why am I alive?
Why am I alive? I'm just tired. I remember before Corona, I was so tired with life. And I told God, I've served you several years, and I'm feeling like I'm so tired with you. I just want to die. I went to Thika Superhighway. Unaona pale ukiingia pale pameandikwa welcome to Thika.
Indeed.
Hapo. I decided wacha nijirushe. Ile gari napita nayo. And then I decided nikasimama hapo. The moment nilienda kuruka, miguu ikakwama. Nikakosa mpaka hata nguvu ya kuruka. But I decided wacha nikae kwa barabara zinigonge. Nikikaa hii side, gari zinapita ile side. Nikienda ile side, zinapita hii side. And then
wrestling.
I decided to go to Chania River. Tell you, you better believe there's God. Disappointed yuko. This is what I want to tell you. If you can wake up in the morning and there's nowhere you paid for you to wake up in the morning, that should click to your mind. There's someone behind your health. There's someone behind you being alive. This morning, you traveled. It is not because you paid a matatu, driver or conductor wakulete. It is God who has kept you. I was wondering, when you're building a house, there must be pillars.
Indeed.
Why don't we see pillars tukiangalia kwa sky?
Indeed.
This God, there is God.
Amen.
I want you to believe there is God. Whether you like it or not, my friend, use my faith, there is God.
Right.
Just believe there is God.
In inspiration, of course, of having God in the alignment of your ministry, is there a song that you've written, speaking to the power of God, initiation of God, and the protection of God as well?
There's a song called Neno Moja.
Amazing.
This song goes, hapo mwanzo palikuwa neno, naye neno alikuwa Mungu, naye Mungu alikuwa neno, kwa neno tumebadilishwa. So it is by his word. The Bible says in the beginning there was word, and word with God, and this word was God.
Indeed.
And nothing was made without him.
Yep.
So that is one thing we should note. It is all things were made through him and by him. So I don't know whether you want to believe your own things or what.
All right. What are some of the challenges that you've encountered in the line of your ministry?
Challenges. Number one, finance. Finance has been a very big challenge. Number two, connection. You want your songs to be played, you want to minister in different places, but you don't have someone to hold your hand. That is a big, big challenge to ministers and artists outside here. And another thing, there's you get to industry and you want to hit tomorrow. There's that mentality. That has been a challenge to very many people. They want to come today and tomorrow, boom. Doesn't work like that.
Indeed.
So to fight that mentality, it's another challenge. So those are some of the challenges.
Indeed.
Yes.
Speak to us about connections.
Connection.
Where this is ministry after all. What do you mean in the aspects of connections?
Connection. After all, you need someone to take you to another point.
Indeed.
When Jesus was being introduced, I remember John the Baptist is the one who baptized Jesus, and he introduced him to people.
Indeed.
So anyone, you need someone to introduce you. So in this case, you find you're very good minister, you have very good and powerful songs, but you don't have someone to introduce you to someone. They say you should know someone who knows
But there is
someone.
God.
There is God. But as we wait for the perfect time, there is this other time whereby God will send someone to introduce you. So it is God who sends someone.
Indeed.
But there are people who are sent in your life, but they don't want to take responsibility in that. So that's a big, big challenge. Like they're feeling, when I help you, I'll take you to another position and utanishinda.
Indeed.
Which, this is a mandate that God has given you. Help this person.
Indeed.
And then to God be the glory.
Indeed. So every time that we pray, we also need to ask God to give us encounters.
helper, yes.
A helper,
Yes.
special encounters as well.
Exactly.
You know, when you spoke about, getting to the ministry, I felt, is that why you called yourself Mwokovu? Because Mwokovu is salvation, right?
Yes.
Then now you...
I'm the voice of the world.
Yeah, indeed. So when you speak about that gospel, is it because in the aspects of the inspiration, your salvation?
From home, and Danko comes from Duncan.
Indeed.
I started with that, and when I became an MC, I really needed a name that can as well be an umbrella of everything.
Indeed.
Ministry, MC, and all other things I'm doing. And then I decided I need a unique name like no any other person. And then I asked God to give me a name. And, as an MC, but who I am saved. I don't know whether you're getting it.
I'm getting it.
I am Mwokovu, both spiritually and my daily duties. Yes.
All right, and in your daily duties, of course, you have the empowerment on spiritual
your friend. This is a guy from
and I'm hoping for the best program. Do you choose which event to go to, since of course your name now is derived from spiritual matters?
Yeah, very true. I've been called several times to do launching in clubs, but I don't do.
You quit.
I don't do it.
Right.
No matter how much they're giving me, I don't MC in clubs. Kitu chenye hata sustain. And then again, Mungu hata kupeleka mahali pata distract.
Indeed. Indeed.
So this permissive and perfect will. Every time we should balance, which is perfect and permissive.
Indeed.
Permissive, this is where I've gotten this chance to go to maybe, let's say, one of the biggest club in Kenya. God unajua umeleta hiyo kazi, wacha niende nikafanye. Permissive will. But what is the perfect will?
Indeed. What is the perfect will?
There's a perfect will. God will connect you to events that you don't need to be engaged in hizo.
Indeed. So stand decision to make sure that you fall into perfection.
Yes.
All right. What are some of the projects that you're working on?
I'm working. Wow, that's a very good question. I have several tracks I'm working on. Actually, I have 2 of them right now. I'm working on videos. And apart from that, I'm also raising Mwokovu TV.
All right, TV?
Yeah.
Okay. So, in the alignment of you understanding, of course, some of the things that you're working on, that is emceeing alone, right?
Yes.
What about Gospel Now Ministry?
Gospel wide, I said I'm working on several tracks. That is my music and other. Very soon. Actually, Mimi, I'm this guy. I don't have a time frame. Anytime I feel convinced, may I release.
Wow.
Iko.
Sasa tuna move to different.
Haitapungua jumali iko haichezi. Unajua the moment, one thing I understand with media and all that, the moment hii kitu umeishawekwa, let's say iko kwa flash and then unaituma ina lose quality, but once iko intact vile haiwezi. So and then again I'm working to come back. I was doing programs called Worship Atmosphere. I was doing them in Thika. I'm strategizing how to get back to them. And then once I'm done, things will be on social media and...
Indeed.
Yes.
So in this moment, the people that have been with you, including your mom, you've worked together and have shown you the path. And there are also many others, I believe your spiritual fathers have also interacted with you in one or the other. This moment in time, I'd like you to give, of course, shout out to the corporate events and the connections in your corporacy. Then there's also the aspect on a gospel ministry. This is your moment to give some shout outs. Then, after you've done that, then give us your punchline, your punchline for the powerful thing that you're doing out there.
Okay. Okay. Wow, wonderful. First of all, I want to thank my beloved mom. Teacher Grace, I salute you where you are. And any other person, I don't want to, I'll be very unfair to mention some and not mention all of them, but all of you, I really love you. My spiritual dad, I salute you, Reverend God Margie.
Indeed.
And my siblings, I love you, all of them. One thing I love with you, you've really shown support to me, and I want you to continue doing the same, and may the Lord bless you so much. My customers, I really salute you. Thank you for trusting in my services. And God bless you, and I'm looking forward for more and more and more.
Indeed.
Yes.
As we look for more and more, that is Miss Karaoke saying, watching and following love from County 001. Awesome story there. Yopatia kutaka kujimaliza. Been there, but when God has purpose in your life, upendo sipende, He will fulfill it in your life. She also says that till today, God is faithful and He does according to His will. MC, you have a great mission. Help the youth peer, work on ministry and also on music. You can do it. Kudos. In the meantime, now there's your song that Anna Rudy will play in the next few minutes. And of course, let me just remind our audience that there is an inclusive engagement right at the heart of the capital. Of course, now as we impact different lives and the young girls that are growing up, there's also a need for you to make sure that your girls are really safe. And of course, even as we try look to which schools we are taking them, of course, let us consider purpose matters safety in those different institutions. We are lucky that Alliance Now is coming in handy, but of course, there are other schools that have also raised concerns about this. But what is the best way to handle these engagements? What is the school doing about these safety issues when it comes to gender something violence and all these? So we're praying for a better country as well. So let's have Anna Rudy, then that will be our end to this conversation. I believe I believe we've learned some few things. Also, your story ya Kuresol, easy story zote, you know, that was really punchy. We are hoping for the best. So, thank you so much, MC, for coming. All right, let's roll Anna Rudy, and of course, may the good Lord bless us all. Happy weekend. See you on Monday.